Welcome to the Sharon Cliffe Podcast. Today's episode is around decluttering. And when you think decluttering, you think Marie Kondo or just moving things around. But yes, we decluttered by moving things around, but the mental and emotional shift of moving those physical things around is huge. And it was such a surprise. So what happened was, we've been in our house, so my husband and I, 4 kids, been in our house for 12 years, and we got a lot of stuff, right? Anyway, and we have a 6-bedroom house, 2 dining, 2 living, 2 family rooms, another sort of gamesy room, massive kitchen, and we have a lot of stuff. And we decided on the weekend we'd have a big clear out, declutter. And the reason that spurred this on is because we generally do it, around Easter every year and around sort of Christmas. And the reason that we were doing it last weekend is because we've decided to move houses. And, as I said, we've been there 12 years. So we've got a lot of stuff. And we're going from, that property to a smaller property that we already have that is 4 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 kitchen, living and dining area. So obviously we have to declutter. And our eldest son is moving into his house, so we're going from 4 kids down to 3. And we decided, we've got too much stuff, and also, that we don't need to take to the other house, but also we wanted to make our house more presentable for sale, so just taking away some of the excess stuff that we had. Anyway, so we started to go room by room. And that's the best way to do it, honestly, because it's just so overwhelming. If you start here and then jump to the next room and then jump here, it becomes too overwhelming and it's a nightmare. So my best tip is do it room by room. So I started in the office, had some extra side tables in there, put them on Marketplace, sold them straight away. And so my tip is get rid of the big stuff first. So furniture that you don't need. Do you need it? Yes or no? So the first question is, do you need it? Yes or no? If you don't, can you repurpose it somewhere else? Can you fix it up and use it for something else? Can you sell it? If you can sell it, whack it on Facebook Marketplace, get rid of it. If you can't sell it, donate it. Can you donate it to someone that that needs it? Is there some local Facebook groups that you can put it up and someone that is in need can grab it? Or can you drop it off to a charity shop? That's the main thing. The next thing is have a look in the room itself, in the general area, and say, okay, well, what's visibly around me? Have I used it in the last 6 months to 12 months? If it's a yes, then it stays. Or am I going to use it in the next 6 or 12 months? If you haven't used it in that last year, or you don't think you're going to use it in the next year, then do I really need it? If it's a maybe, okay, put it to the side and think about it, come back to it. If it's a no, that you haven't used it in 12 months and you're not going to use it in 12 months, well, then it needs to go. So you can either, again, sell it, donate it, repurpose it somewhere else in the house, or bin it. That's it. They're the decisions. It's got to be clear cut like that. And in my office, I had so much stuff that I had in there that I didn't use. Some things I didn't, like cords and different bits and pieces, I didn't even know what they were. So it goes. Or at least put it into a box. If you're not quite sure what it is, put it into a box. And after 6 months, if you haven't touched it, then it goes in the bin. So once the office was done, I then moved into our main bedroom and wardrobe. Now, same principle again. Big furniture. What do we need? Do we keep it? Do we repurpose it for another area in the house? Is it something that my son could take to his new house? Either put it up for sale, donate it, bin it. We took 4 loads to the tip from our house. Insane. And then when it came to the wardrobe, my husband and I did a big clean out a few months ago. We did 6 big garbage bags full of clothes. Yep. Stuff that I decided if I hadn't worn it in the last 12 months, it was gone. But also, I've lost, like 11 kilos doing 75 hard. So a lot of stuff just didn't fit me anyway. So you know what? Yeah, if you haven't worn it, get rid of it. If you don't like it, you don't feel comfortable in it, get rid of it. Again, donate it, sell it, bin it. Simple. And then, we got the kids to have a look in their rooms and go, okay, well, what furniture didn't you need? So like my son didn't want his desk anymore. He didn't want his gaming chair. On Marketplace, sold it, gone. Then I got them to say, what clothes do you want? What ornaments in bits and pieces? They had school books from, year 7. They were in year 11. They don't need them. My daughter had pencil cases from school. She left school last year, so just got rid of so much stuff. And so the kids really had ownership over their own room. I said, you work out what you need and what you don't need. And they filled up bags of clothes that they didn't need, got rid of heaps of junky stuff that they didn't need. And so all of our bedrooms now were so much better. They didn't have all the clutter. We didn't have things laying around. We didn't have bits of broken things. They went in the bin. Clothes that didn't fit were gone, so that you could actually see what clothes you've got, because you got rid of all the clothes that didn't fit or that you didn't like or that were stained or too small. And so that cleaned out so much room for either new clothes or for the clothes that we love, that we don't have to keep, trying to delve through trying to find clothes. Then we moved into, the downstairs. So we went through all the bathrooms, and when you go to hotels and you get the shampoos and the body washes and the soaps, and you get any of the body, all the stuff, right? So we had 2 big drawers full of all the stuff from hotels. Okay, it was time to go for that. So that is in a massive bag in the garage, ready to for my mother-in-law to take to some of the places she does some charity work for. So that's gone. And then, just products that we had a little tiny bit left in them or that we don't use anymore, gone. I had like 10 hairbrushes. I use the same hairbrush. I use the one hairbrush daily and another one every now and then. The rest of them, they were at the bin. Why? I don't need them. Bits and pieces of makeup where it had a little tiny bit in them. Use them for the next couple of days and then throw them out once they're gone. So don't keep opening new things when you've still got other makeup. And going through like our medicine cabinet, we had bits and pieces just chucked everywhere. I got some little containers, sorted everything, went through all the use by dates, got rid of stuff. Scripts that have been sitting there for 2 years. Scripts only are valid for 12 months anyway, so just bin them. Rip them up actually. And then moving through, the kitchen cupboards. And again, I had this massive collection on my dining table full of containers that I don't use anymore, or that didn't have lids, or that had cracks or was stained. And so they either went in the bin, they either went on a job lot on, like I put up a post on Facebook where it had this whole table of stuff, $100. Someone come and take the whole lot. And some of the containers were worth $50 each. And just did that, just went, okay, here's all my things, come and get them job lot. So, going through the kitchen and doing that, so that, we just had so much stuff in the cupboards that when we go to find something, it would take us so long to find it because there was just so much stuff in there. So that was the great thing about decluttering, is that you're getting rid of things that you don't need, don't use, and that aren't serving a purpose. So then when you're actually trying to find something, you're not taking, 15 minutes to try and find a top because there's so many tops on top of it. Or you're in the kitchen, you're not opening every cupboard trying to find something, because you can actually open the cupboard and see. You're not having to find, well, that's a great container, but where's the lid? That decluttering enabled us to just, have so much more clarity around what we have, what we need, what we don't need. And then we, obviously moved through other parts of the house. We had a lounge that was too big. We'd had it for 14 years. It wasn't going to fit in the new place, and the agent didn't really want it because it cut half of our lounge room off. So, move that on. And when we sat down on Monday and looked at how tidy and decluttered our house was, and we just went, that is 12 years of stuff. And we just felt so light and so free. And it was like, whew. It was the feeling like, we knew we were decluttering, we knew we were getting rid of the physical stuff, but the mental capacity that we had now, we felt like we were so much clearer. And we felt lighter with this heaviness that sort of lifted around our house because everything was lighter because we just got rid of so much stuff. And then the other thing was the emotional state. Like when we finished the declutter, we're like, that feels so good. It feels so good to, put stuff online that people were so excited when they came. It's like, oh wow, this is awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, well, I had a lady come and pick up the lounge, and she had 6 sons and 2 girls. She had 8 kids, and she's like, this lounge is going to be brilliant because it's so big. And as she came with her son, and I was like, oh, it was just beautiful to see, something that we no longer needed. Someone came and they were so happy to get that lounge and take it home. And she messaged me when she got home and she goes, it fits perfectly. Like, it's amazing. Everyone loves it. Thank you so much. That feeling, I've got goosebumps. That feeling of, that has been, the lounge room and kitchen's the hub of your family. And, the amount of times, the conversations we've had on that lounge, the laughs, the tears, and the many wines we drank on that lounge and probably spilt on that lounge. Now some other families making memories on that lounge. And that's why I mean, like, it's the physical stuff, and there's the mental load because it was like, wow, we just feel so much lighter. But that emotion, the emotion of that lady when she took that lounge home and then messaged me to say she was so thankful, like, that was so many things that were unexpected. Like a guy came to pick up a gaming chair for his son, and he was just so excited. He goes, I'm just doing this for my son because he loves gaming, and I can't afford to buy a brand new one. And I was like, wow, like your stuff that you no longer need can serve someone else. It can make them happy. And so declutter for yourself, but also declutter so that you can spread joy to other people. So I hope this has inspired you to go through your home and look, what can you repurpose? There's a desk that was originally in my office that went to my daughter, then it went to my son, and has now come back into my office because the office in the new house is going to be configured differently. And then one of my kids had my original desk, which was a corner shape in his room, but where he's going, he can't fit a corner desk in, so that went up for sale. So we're just repurposing some of the furniture around that doesn't serve one person purpose, but it serves the others. So, the same with, there was a chair that was in my office, which my son is now taking to his house. So, it may have served me, but now it's going to serve someone else and create joy for someone else. So I want to put to you, what can you do to go through and declutter your house? So the tips again, start by going room by room. Otherwise it's too overwhelming. And honestly, just pull everything out and you'll get halfway through. Like I got halfway through my kitchen and just went, oh my God, what am I doing? Why did I start this? But honestly, pull everything out, then clean everything, and then start to put stuff back. And then really look at what needs to go back, what can be repurposed somewhere else, what can be sold, what can be donated, and what needs to go to the bin. That's my best tip. So that is my tips on how we decluttered physically, emotionally, and mentally over the weekend. And we just feel so much lighter. We're just so much happier because we've got rid of all the stuff that we didn't need. And now when we go to buy new things, we've got to be thinking, well, you know what, do we really need that? And if we're going to bring that in, what can we let go of? So like if you go and buy some new clothes, is there some other clothes that you can get rid of and have that kind of mentality? Okay, if I'm going to bring that in, what can I let go of? So, and be really ruthless. With my kitchen, I was really ruthless. With my with our clothes, we were very ruthless. Because you know what, yeah, if you don't need it, and we took, I think it was, all up was 12 bags of clothes to the charity shop. So imagine how many people are going to be affected by that. They're going to 12 bags of clothes for some other family that needs it. And again, that's that beautiful emotional connection that we didn't need that stuff. We didn't wear it. It was sitting in a wardrobe and it hadn't been worn for at least 12 months. Some stuff I'd had in there for 10 years and had worn it once. So I wasn't getting the joy in it. I didn't need it. But someone else is going to have that joy and they're going to love that. And they're going to be so appreciative of having those clothes. So yeah, I can bang on about decluttering all day, but yeah, if you resonate with this episode, or if you now go and declutter, shoot me through a DM and let me know how you go. It's definitely the best thing, best feeling.